Hi, I'm Jordan Roberts with True Vision Entertainment. We're here with Phil Donahue, somebody who I've admired my whole life. Ever since I watched you interview the cast of Dynasty, I've been addicted to your show. And I remember you're the first host that ever would go into the audience and actually interview the audience members, which was symbolic of you wanting all people to have a say.
We're very proud of our program. We brought to our show a very radical idea called democracy.
That's right.
I mean, the airways belong to this audience.
Yes.
And we put the cameras behind the audience and moved the audience up front, and bingo, here I was. It saved our show, really. It made us a syndicated program.
What are the questions that we need to be asking ourselves as Americans about the war?
Why did we stand mute and allow this to happen? Why haven't we awakened to discover that we have an administration that has practiced a politics of fear? If you scare the people, you can do anything. They'll follow you into war. And that's what this administration did. I mean, the heartbeat of this nation was accelerated by this administration. Saddam has this, Saddam has that, Saddam is outside your window, Saddam is under your bed, he's got nuclear, and you could feel the pulse of the nation. And this president took this whole nation right into the sword. It's amazing. We cannot let it happen again, and we think our film, in a very naked, transparent way, shows exactly how this president did this, how this administration made us actually believe that Iraq was a threat to us. And I'm going to bore you, and I'll just want to thank you for giving me the chance to say it one more time. Iraq had nothing to do with 9/11.
31,000 civilians in Iraq are dead.
And I think everybody who supports this war, and there are people who continue to support this war, has to answer the question, would you send your own kids? Would you send your daughter to Fallujah today? Or Anbar Province? Or the Triangle? Or Baghdad, Sadr City? We have a lot of chicken hawks out there banging the drums for war. They want to prove they're tough, and they'll send your kid to war to make the case. It's awful what has happened here. We've turned our back on the Constitution of the United States, and we have so much to sell. We have so much to give to the world. This is a fabulous democratic experiment we have going here. And we'll never feel safe until we elect leaders who will reach out rather than lash out.
Should we have a draft? Would that make a difference on it?
I'd be all for a draft. You know, first of all, it'd be a draft. I mean, you will see people running to Canada, anything to get out of here. This war is not fair to the American troops. This war has, I think, caused a chasm, this is hardly original, between us and the Islamic world and the rest of the world. We look like a warrior nation. We don't seem to have any interest in diplomacy. This is really horrible for the strongest, most powerful nation not wanting to engage in diplomacy. We got a cowboy for a president. Can't wait to get on that horse. Glory. Nobody builds statues to people who save health care or American education. They only build statues to warriors. And that's what the framers knew would happen. That's why only Congress can declare war. And they have not done it for 50 years because it's too scary. They don't want the job. So they essentially give the permission to the president. Okay, if you have to, Mr. President, go ahead. And then if he goes ahead and it doesn't work, they're able to say, well, I didn't know. Not my fault. I thought. It's a terrible, terrible ignoring of the Constitution's most important, the clause with the most wisdom. Only Congress can declare war. Don't give this power to one man. James Madison. Don't give it to one man. It's too much of a temptation. I mean, how smart was he? How brilliant were the framers? This is our nation. We could sell this to the whole world. Instead, we're bombing crowded cities at night where old people and children are sleeping. You know, if you do that, if you incinerate my family, I don't have many options. I can drink, become depressed, and die of liver disease. Or I can join peace groups and go around the world in memory of my loved one, calling for peace and more understanding. But there is a third option. If you drop a bomb and incinerate my family, I will spend the rest of my life looking for you. And when I find you, I will put a stake in your heart, and I will smile as you die a slow and painful death. This is called terrorism. And the right wing in this nation has been spent so much money and spent so much time marginalizing people like me, dissenting voices, that I'm afraid the American people have come to believe that dissent should be equated with treason. I mean, this is horrible. We've got a First Amendment. We should be, I mean, if there should ever be a whole host of voices being raised here, it's when we go to war. And that's when people shut up and became the most silent, when we actually went in. We can't let this happen again. Thank you for letting me orate.
Thank you so much, Phil Donahue. Hi, I'm Jordan Roberts. We're at the 2007 AFI Film Festival. Phil Donahue on his documentary, Body of War.
I want to know what you feel inside.